It's playoff time tonight here at Eldridge Park in Orleans. Game 1, first-round series between the Firebirds and the Harwich Mariners. And it's the Coach's Corner with manager Kelly Nicholson here, as always, joining us on the Firebirds Extra pregame show. Coach, we're finally here. You just said it. It's a clean slate. Every team is 0-0. How pumped up are these guys after heading into the playoffs on a hot stretch to get going tonight?
Yeah, I think they're ready to go, Fitzy. You saw them Sunday night against Chatham when that rain came down, and really how anxious they were to get that field ready to play. And it was a complete team effort, and we had that lead, and they wanted to get that game in. We did not want to play yesterday, and it was awesome to see. I think showed what kind of guys we have and the character that we have on this ball club, and yeah, they're ready to go. That's what we came here for. It's been our theme all summer, to finish, and the circle and the ring, and I told them, the first 1 to 6 gets one. So, and Sue doesn't go cheap on those rings. They're nice, man. So hopefully we can win another one.
You want, like you said, you want to put one more on that fist, another ring added to the collection. You won a title here in 2005. It's manager Kelly Nicholson here joining us on the Firebirds Extra pregame show. I'm glad that you just brought up the whole mantra and the theme of the season, the finish mentality. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You preach the message of New York Football Giants coach Tom Coughlin, a recent Super Bowl champion a couple of years ago, on his finish mentality. Why is that? Why have you stressed that all season long to these guys?
I think it's the most important thing that you can do. And like you said, it's not how we started. Goodness gracious, if they seeded playoffs after those 29 games, I think we were 12-17, and then I think we went 12-2 in a tie, and we finished strong and managed to climb our way up into second place and got home field tonight, and that's good for our organization and good for our ball club. And if this thing happens to go 3, then we'd much rather be here than in Harwich. So our guys have done a tremendous job with that, and I'm super, super proud of them. When we say finish, they know what it means, and we'll hear them say finish as well, and it's kind of cool. So it's all about the finish, and whoever finishes the best these next 7 to 9 days is going to be Cape League champs.
It's the first to 6. You went 3-2, and that one tie against this Harwich Mariners squad during the regular season, as it's game 1 of the first round of the playoffs here at Eldridge Park tonight. First pitch coming up at 7 o'clock. And we need to talk about the season series that you played against these guys. How crucial is it to take game 1 of a 3-game series that can turn with one game, one swing of the bat, one outing, one pitcher, one inning on the mound? How crucial is it to take game 1 as that home team in a 3-game series?
It's important, but I don't think whoever loses tonight, there's still a lot of baseball to play. I know in 05 against Chatham here, we lost game 1 here. I think we had bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th with nobody out and the bags juiced, and we wound up not scoring and losing that game in a heartbreaking defeat. But then we wound up winning that series, and that momentum kind of carried us into Bourne, and we won the next game, and then got our rear ends handed to us in game 2, and then came back here in game 3 and handed them their rear ends. I think it was 13-1 or whatever the score was. So yeah, it's important. I think if we had to choose, we want to say we won game 1. So you only have to win 1 and 2, but just because whoever wins, whoever loses tonight, a lot of baseball left. It's 2 out of 3. It's not whoever wins tonight advances.
It's manager Kelly Nicholson here joining us on the Firebirds Extra pregame show, the Coach's Corner, before first pitch coming up at 7 o'clock. You just played this Harwich Mariners team a few days ago. You had a doubleheader against these guys. You won 1 and you tied a game. What did you specifically take away from those 2 games so close to the playoff series with them that you want to see tonight, that you want to implement tonight, whether it's Trent Skutnik, the lefty, starting for you on the mound, or some lineup changes? What are some of the things that you saw from this past doubleheader on Friday that you want to take into this game and use to your advantage?
Well, it was good to play them twice, and I'm sure it was good for them to play us twice, and obviously we're playing today, so we have a pretty good scouting report on them. Coach Olson, who unfortunately had to go home because of Danielle and his pregnant wife, and if you're watching casts, we miss you, dude, and we're going to try to get this one for you and Danielle and Marco and the new Firebird to be.
Yeah.
But Cass put together a really good scouting report, and I was just, after this, I'm going to go over and review that. So we have a good report. We know what to do. It's just a matter of executing it or not. So with Scuddy out there, and he's a real competitor. We like who we have on the mound. Our rotation's set up. Bobby will throw tomorrow, and Jay Miller will throw game 3, if there is a game 3. And then our bullpen's fresh. You know, we have Rhodesy and TK and Trooper and Clark, and we're going to put Spores in the bullpen tonight if need be, and even Sean O'Neill. So our arms are fresh, our starters are ready to go, and see what happens.
It's going to be Trent Skutnik, the left-hander on the mound for your Firebirds, against Dylan Peters, the lefty out of Texas for the Harwich Mariners. It's going to be a good battle between two left-handers. We'll touch on them in a second. Two hitters who have been so hot for you down the recent stretch of this season. It's Ross Kivett, it's Jordan Luplow. These two guys are the two Eastern Division hits leaders. Down the stretch of this season, what has been the most impressive aspect of their swings at the plate? It seems like every time they step up there, they hit the ball hard and with authority. What is most impressive about those two heading into the playoff series?
I think both of those guys, Fitzy, they play with a lot of confidence. I've really seen Loop's confidence kind of go through the roof this summer, and a couple all-star guys, and they've had really good summers. I told Loop the other night, man, after he was sitting in the clubhouse after Sunday's game against Chatham, and I said, hey, man, congrats on a good summer. Run out of here with a 325 average. It's something to be real proud of. And Kivs, man, he plays with a lot of energy and a lot of effort and a lot of enthusiasm, and he likes to talk to the umpires and talk to anybody that will listen to him. And he is really fun to be around, and he wants to win. You know, he wants to win a ring, and he wants to get back to Omaha with Kansas State next year. And anytime you can have a guy on your club that's a winner like that, man, you welcome that any day of the week. And I'm excited to see what these guys do in the playoffs.
Those two are hot. The Firebirds are as well. As first pitch is coming up at 7 o'clock between the Birds and the Harwich Mariners. Game 1 of this first-round series. Coach, will finish up. Your rotation heading into the playoffs is fresh. It's Trent Skutnik, it's Bobby Pointer, guys like Jared Miller and Corey Miller. You have a couple guys that have sub-2 ERAs. You have a Cape League wins leader in Corey Miller. Is this the most dangerous rotation, do you think, throughout the playoffs right now? How confident are you in that staff heading forward?
Well, there's some good rotations. You know, YD is going to start Savas and Caprillion, and Chatham's going to start Schiraldi, and I think Matt Gage or Tommy Lawrence, and these guys are throwing Peters and Howard. So there are a lot of good rotations, man. We're going to find out who the best rotation is at the end of 9 days, and hopefully it's going to be Orleans.
We'll find out who takes the Game 1 advantage tonight. First pitch is coming up at 7 o'clock right here at Eldridge Park. Kevin Fitzgerald here with you, and it's Coach Kelly Nicholson here jumping on the Firebirds Extra pregame show. Kelly, it's playoff time. Good luck tonight. Have fun.
Thank you. You too.